You have probably sent hundreds of these emails. Hey, here's your welcome packet, or please find your contract attached. Now, doing this once or twice, not a big deal. But if you're signing on 5 clients in the same week, or you have overlapping projects, well, that manual work starts to add up, and before you know it, you're stuck. That's where automation comes in. Hey there, I'm Alex Knowles from automationhelpers.com, and we help companies get automated using industry-leading portals, apps, and integrations. In this video, I'm going to show you how to automate emails in Airtable, including generating PDFs and attaching them. Now, you can do this with zero manual work. It can be triggered from a form submission or a field update, like changing a status to onboarding. So let's dive in and take a look at the process. Here we have an internal sales hub. Now, when a lead's status changes to onboarding, you don't want to send just a plain or boring welcome email. Instead, you should generate a welcome packet, a PDF or a document that includes their details like the company name, the service they signed up for, the project kickoff date, any important information that relates to them. You also want to include a short message that feels like it was written just for them. It looks clean, personal, and professional. Because it is, with no extra work for you. So we're going to look at doing just that, generating an onboarding pack, but the same process applies for any email attachments, whether you're sending generated contracts, proposals, invoices, or even a local file that you prepared. The setup works the same. Our current app has a few automations set. When a new lead is created, we send an email to that lead. And we've included a personal email message bringing in the data from the record itself. Hi, lead name. Thanks again for the great conversation and your keen interest. We have booked you in with our sales rep. That's the attached sales rep for and we'll need to include the date for the next touch point, which is automatically generated through a formula field. Now that's a very simple use case, just sending an email when something happens in Airtable. If we just quickly take a look at creating a new automation here, we'll see the trigger actions we can use in order to send off an email. So when we have a new record created in one of our tables, like a new lead or an active client, when a record is updated or matches a condition, like our use case when a status changes to onboarding, and we've got a scheduled time webhook when an email is received. So perhaps you want to use Airtable for two-way email conversations. You might rely on that, but we're going to look at creating an automation outside of Airtable, not natively. Why? Well, yes, you can use the native Airtable page designer to create docs and dynamically pull in your Airtable record data, but we're going to have to include extra steps to be able to generate that PDF, attach it to the record, and send it to the client through email. Instead, we can rely on a platform like DocsAutomator to get this done clean, beautiful, and quickly without lifting a finger. So we're in the DocsAutomator, and we're going to create a new automation to look at how easy it is to connect to Airtable, to generate beautifully crafted PDFs, and to share them with our clients and team. Now, this is similar to the Airtable native automation setup, but you can connect to any number of data sources, Google Sheets, Smart Suite, etc. Of course, we're going to select Airtable. You will want to verify your connection to Airtable, and then you'll just continue. Next up, the template document design. You can either upload a file, use a Google Doc you've created previously, choose one of the beautifully crafted templates, or begin your template from scratch. We're going to prompt for that. So let's start designing our template. Now, we're going to close this instructions on the side, and here we can see we've already got a pretty beautifully crafted template for us to use as a base to begin building our own. So I'm going to build an onboarding packet, and then we're going to look at how we can include placeholders. Okay, so I updated this document to be our client onboarding packet. We'll notice that we've got some curly brackets throughout our doc, and these are placeholders. This is how we're going to dynamically pull our Airtable data from the client record and place it into this client onboarding packet. So we've got project summary, client name, your team, the people that will be working, yada, yada, next steps, the owner, etc., etc. So the awesome thing about DocsAutomator is that we can create a really personalized and professional document, and it's also going to merge pages. You'll notice that within the Airtable page designer, if you are using that when you have heavy copy as opposed to small copy, the pages start to get chaotic and distorted. It just simply can't recognize that you've got extra content. And so you create an ugly, unprofessional document. Not the case here. So once you have included all of your placeholders, for instance, the client name would go here to create a personal experience for them. Whoops, let's get rid of that. We'll click Save and Continue. Now we're on to data mapping. So firstly, you'll need to select the base. I am selecting the Sales Hub. Now, if you can't see the base available there from the drop down, you'll want to jump into your settings and then select integrations and reconnect your data source. That's because at the connection step is when you select which bases are going to be available. So if you only select one base, DocsAutomator will only let you select one base in this step. For the primary table, we're going to select onboarding. Then for the document name field, we're just going to select the client name, the attachment field. So if we jump back into our hub, we have the onboarding PDF here. So when we actually set up and finalize this DocsAutomator automation, this will be automatically attached and replaced with what we are generating here. So continuing on, do we want to overwrite that attachment? Well, yes, we won't ever need to, but yes, we'll leave that as toggled on. It is toggled on by default. And here is where we will map our Airtable data over to the document, those placeholders we created. So the client name will be the client. The service is meant to be services. That will, of course, be services from leads. We've got the start date, the sales rep email, etc., etc. So go through and map each individual field over to the correlating placeholder. Then we'll continue. The next step are those additional actions you might want to take. Perhaps you want to save this generated doc as a Google Doc in your Google Drive. You can do that here, or you can save it as a PDF file in your Google Drive. Send email we're going to look at. You can merge existing PDFs and you can notify a webhook. Let's toggle on email. Now, by default, the DocsAutomator will be selected, and that means it's going to be sent from DocsAutomator. We don't want that. We want to stay professional and personal. So connect your Gmail account, and this will send on behalf of you. You'll edit the email from here, and this is where we'll pull in the recipient, the to field, which is going to be for us, the client email, the from name, let's say it's going to be from Automation Helpers, the subject, of course, that's pretty straightforward, and the content of the email. We'll just save this as a dummy. No need for us to jump too deep into this. You'll want to obviously create a personalized message though. Then from here, we're going to scroll down, and this is where we actually set up this automated workflow, or at least we grab the credentials for us to set it up. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this script. Then we're going to jump back into our Airtable. And we remember that when a active client status is set to onboarding, we want that document to be generated. So we're going to select automations. And then from there, we're going to add a trigger that when a record matches conditions, that record will be an active client. And the condition will be when the status is onboarding. That's when we want this to be triggered. Next step, we're going to run a script. So we'll select the run script action. We're going to paste the script that we just grabbed from DocsAutomator there, and let's test this output. So here we've received the notification that the test ran successfully. We'll jump back into DocsAutomator. Now, you might want to quickly create a preview of your document before you actually set it up. So if we select IOTA Holdings, which is one of our onboarding in the data, we'll create a preview, and that'll automatically generate a PDF for us to look at, ensuring that those fields have been mapped correctly to the placeholders. So we've toggled on this automation. We've renamed it. Let's see it in action. So if we jump into our data, we know that when a lead is changed to active, that'll automatically populate them into the onboarding pipeline. So if we jump into onboarding, and here we can see we've had a new client added to our onboarding pipeline, the kickoff date there. We've also got the onboarding PDF attached. We've got the PDF sent, because in DocsAutomator, if we jump into the edit email step, we also had that toggled on to attach generated PDF to email. So that lead has now become a client. They've been added to our onboarding pipeline. We have generated a personalized PDF, and we have sent that PDF packet to them. All we needed was two tools, Airtable and DocsAutomator. If you want to learn how to do more with Airtable, be sure to check out our Airtable playlist. And if you need help setting your business up for success and automating tedious manual workflows like this, don't hesitate to reach out to us at automationhelpers.com, where our team of experts are offering a free 30-minute consultation, so book yours today.